Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to be making a double spiral muck ice dye. Using a washable marker, I make 2 dots where I want my spirals to be. I take my modified fork, I give the shirt a little pleat, and then I start spinning and pleating the shirt. While you're doing this, you want to try to keep your pleats all the same size. You don't want them overlapping each other if you can avoid that. And work on this first spiral until you get down to about halfway when the shirt is done, and that's when you're going to want to stop and start working on the other spiral. Okay, now it's time to work on the other spiral, and you want to spin it in the same direction that you did the first spiral. And you want to hold down the first spiral so that it doesn't unravel, and just keep on spinning and working your pleats just like you did the first one. Try not to have them overlapping each other, and then just twist and twist until you get the whole shirt wrapped up, and then secure it with rubber bands or kite string, whichever you prefer. I like to use rubber bands, and I especially like to use rubber bands on my spirals. I just feel like it's just easier. These are the new rubber bands that I ordered off Amazon, and I really love them. They're great for tie-dye. They're just the right size. They're not too big and they're not too small, and they're really nice and stretchy. So I have a link for them down below in the description box, along with pretty much all of the items that I use. Go ahead and check that out. This shirt's going to be a dye under ice, muck dye. So what that means is I'm going to put this dye on, and then I'm going to put ice on top of it, and I'm going to let it melt. And when the ice melts, that creates the muck. And the shirt is going to sit and batch in that muck for 24 to 48 hours. As I'm editing this tutorial, I'm realizing all of the names of the dye except for the ultraviolet are names of flowers. So I'm thinking I'm gonna name this the flower shirt. Do you guys do that? Do you guys give your shirts names? put on some sort of mask. I don't have the fancy respirator type, but we all have masks laying around the house, so put on a mask, sprinkle on a little soda ash, and then add your ice. After the ice melts, that's when you start the clock, and let it sit in the muck untouched for at least 24 hours. And you need to trust the muck. Don't poke, don't prod, don't move the shirt, don't do anything. Just leave it alone. So set it and forget it. This shirt sat in the muck for 48 hours. I just didn't have a chance to get back to it, and that's fine. It's time for the rinse out. And as always, you start by using cold water. That rinses out any soda ash that may be reacting with the shirt. There's probably none still reacting, but I just do it anyways. And then gradually increase your water up to hot and rinse until the water runs clear. From here, it's going to go into the washing machine. I do a hot water cycle. I do a second hot water cycle using Synthropol. And I do a third hot water cycle using Milsoft or some Downy, something to bring softness back into the shirt. Then we're gonna put it in the dryer and we'll come back and we'll see our results. So here it is after it's been washed and dried. It's our double spiral Muck icedye. And you may have noticed how dark and scary that muck water looked, but it isn't. It really is important just to leave it alone, like I said already, because it really does create some nice effects. I love this shirt. I enjoy making double spirals. I just think they look really cool. There's one little spot of orange there. I don't know which color exactly threw that out, but it doesn't matter. I think it's just overall a fantastic looking shirt. What do you guys think? Go ahead and leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell for future notifications. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.